a very special guest, Shivali Madali, who recently graduated from Eastview High School, and this past spring, in between doing her competitive ice skating and her AP curriculum, she also completed a Sophia Pathways for College Credit course, art history. So she's going to be here to share with us some thoughts about your experience with Sophia Pathways for College Credit. So thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem.
So what did you enjoy most about our art history course in Sophia Pathways for College Credit?
Well, personally, I'm more of a math and science person, so I've never really gone to that side of academics, the art part of it, and so it was a completely new world that I didn't know anything about, and I found that I really loved it. So it was a really cool experience because it was something I'd never done before. It exposed me to a new side of learning, and it made me more cultured, in a sense, so I really loved it.
And what did you, was there something in particular about the learning model that you enjoyed?
Yeah, definitely. I think, well, for the last 13 years, I just graduated high school, so for the last 13 years, it's been wake up at 7 in the morning, go to school for 7 hours, come home, do my sports, back to homework, go back to bed, same thing over and over again. Basically, no flexibility. There's this cartoon I saw online, and it's a Venn diagram, and it has 3 circles. One says sleep, one says social life, and one says academics. And then it says pick 2. And that's kind of what it is in high school. And so the flexibility that Sophia gives the student is amazing. It makes you feel that you're learning without it being a burden. And I think a lot of times when in high school, when we have so much going on, we lose that drive to want to learn because we're so concerned about fitting everything in. So being able to be at my skating rink and do a pathway, or just sit for 20 minutes after dinner before I go to my sport and do a pathway, or something like that is so much different than sitting for 7 hours. And in addition to that, if I'm stuck on something, I can go back in the tutorials and I can, focus on a certain thing, or if I understand something a little better, I don't have to, waste my time and, go over that a little more. So it's so much different than the traditional classroom environment because I'm more efficient with my time and get more out of it, and it just makes me a lot more relaxed.
Shivali's going to be going to Brown University come the fall. She's going to major in biomedical engineering and pre-med. So to hear a student like yourself who's been very successful academically talk about some of the challenges of being in school is very amazing. So what do you think in the coming years, what do you think this learning model can do for students who may not be as academically successful as you are?
Sure. I think many of us know that currently the way the United States trends are going with education is that we seem to be slipping a little bit behind countries such as China and India and other places that have implemented new learning strategies to help the learner. And I think a big way that we could lessen the gap between us is to emphasize self-motivation in learning, because a lot of times we go to school and it's a chore. We go there and we don't want to be there. I mean, I'll be honest with you, especially the last 3 months of school, I didn't want to be there. I just wanted to graduate and get out. But that was the time I did Sophia as well, and I didn't feel like it was a chore for me, and that's such a change. And that idea of having the traditional classroom structure be taken away and harnessing something new, it's huge. And I think a lot of times, we're kind of scratching the surface of it in school, using technology a little bit, but Sophia has taken it to the new level where, you're fully immersed in it. And sometimes you need that change from that traditional classroom to help you learn be a better learner, because I honestly think that the art history course, I learned some of that stuff in European history, but I didn't remember it. I just went to Italy over spring break, and I would have not known anything if I had not taken the art history course. So I knew about when I went to the Sistine Chapel. I knew what was going on. I felt more involved in the world, and just growing as learners and growing as an educational society in America, and finally getting rid of that gap between us and other countries can be significantly reduced if we just harness what we have at Sophia, or different pathways for college credit, because they really do impact your life.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us today. We wish you the very best. We're going to be cheering for you, rooting for you at Brown.
Thank you.
Congratulations.